There's too much cleaning going on in this novel. Yes, these two are restoring a house that has fallen into disrepair or has not been properly cleaned for at least a couple of years, but still, reading about cleaning makes me sad. Hi folks, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kat, and today I would like to talk about Seaside Secrets, the first book in the Dune House Cozy Mystery series by Cindy Bell. In this, Suzie inherits her uncle's grand house, called Dune House, by the sea in a small town. I forgot its name actually, but it's like 2,000 inhabitants. Yeah, she didn't see this inheritance coming because she's been estranged, or rather her father has been estranged from his brother for quite some time, and she has a cousin that should in theory inherit this house, but he didn't. So Suzie takes her best friend Mary, who is currently going through a divorce, and they head to this seaside town to see what her inheritance looks like. When they get there, they start to have doubts about how her uncle died. And also the mayor's wife is missing, and that might be connected as well. This was a fun, short, cozy mystery, and I think you can pick up a set of books 1 to 4 on Kindle Unlimited. But it is cozy throughout. Even at the climax, I never really felt like anybody was truly in danger. The writing was fine and cozy, I suppose, because I never really felt any threat for the characters, even while they were tied to chairs and at risk of being killed. But, it's kind of the point. The cozy mystery, you know that your protagonist is not going to die in a horrifying fashion, so... It might be due to the brevity of the whole story, but I didn't feel a great attachment to Suzie. And you get to see the whole story from her perspective. I did enjoy that the book mostly showed us the friendship between Suzie and Mary, because Suzie seems to have little interest in romance, although one of the characters she meets kind of looks like he will be set up as the love interest when she stays in this town and keeps restoring the Dune House. But even so, usually the guys, it is quite often a love triangle actually, but usually the guys that are set up as love interests in cozy mysteries are still kind of, I'm not gonna say cookie cutter, but they follow a certain template that you would, objectively speaking from society standards, describe as handsome or hunk. And this one, maybe because Suzie is 50 and he's somewhere in that age range as well, but we finally get a love interest that at least suffers from hair loss, so I think that's actually a step up, because all of the guys that I remember reading in cozy mysteries for quite some time now all kind of fit into the same category. Now, the part I did not particularly like about Suzie. So her best friend Mary is getting divorced, and Suzie has an opinion on the soon-to-be ex-husband because she never liked him in the first place. And from what I understand, she was also not shy about saying this to her friend on many occasions. Which, if your friend is getting married to this guy, they have 2 or 3 kids together, they raise those kids together, at some point as a best friend, you may need to learn that your opinion is not needed and you can just shut up. The book tries to set up somebody as slightly suspicious at the very least, but no, this person is just plain weird or socially awkward, which doesn't really fit with how the rest of the town seems to describe this person, because everybody likes them and they're well respected. It's like, okay, if you're this awkward though, then that seems unlikely, that literally no one has anything to say about you other than, oh yeah, great person, but okay. The villain is, blatantly obvious, really. First time you encounter this person, like, yep, okay, slime ball, got it. A thing that actually made me laugh, at some point Suzie and Mary head to the library to look something up. They talk to the librarian, and because this town has like 2,000 inhabitants or something, it's like, oh yeah, I know who you are. You're these people, you're doing this and that at Dune House, like, but don't worry, I'm not a stalker. I was like, yeah, that's a perfectly normal thing to say. So is this like the villain from the next book or something? Because, dear God, who would say something like that? So overall, not the greatest cozy mystery I've ever read, but it was fine. I am quite happy to have a protagonist that is not 20 to 30 years old and just left a bad relationship or something. No, Suzie is just 50 years old and happy by herself, and I really appreciate that. Sorry, I have to cut in here from the off because I've read the second book while traveling to my parents, and now I know what was actually a bit off-putting in the first one as well. A lot of the story is told to you rather than shown, and for some bits that's fine, and for others it just takes away from the immersion, and it's also the reason why the book is so short, I suppose. Also, the construction of she did this and that as blah blah blah, like this as shows up so often, like 3 or 4 times on one page at some point. Like, if you don't notice this, it's probably fine, but once you do notice it, it's annoying. So, this is the cat the book gets. Yeah, if you have Kindle Unlimited, the first few books are free. And if you feel like heading to the beach and solving some Seaside Secrets, then this might be for you. Do let me know in the comments what your favorite cozy mystery series is. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back next week with another video. Like and subscribe if you want to help this channel out. And thanks for stopping by. Bye!